And there we are, Wednesday afternoon on the downhill side of the week. But this week we got Christmas coming up. So we're almost at the bottom of the other side. I hope everybody's got a couple of days off. We're usually, well, most companies, you tend to get like maybe off at noon on Christmas Eve. This year, Weaver, being the folks they are, they've given us Christmas Eve off. And it's kind of messed me up. It's kind of messed me up a little bit. I've just been confused all week. But it's a great week. Christmas coming up. Christmas Eve is tomorrow. We got some funny stuff to talk about. We should have a good day today. We're just coasting this afternoon. After the show today, 4 days off. And I tell you what, that is like for anybody that works or retired, 4 day weekend is so rare. I'd almost trade that for a bar of gold. No, I wouldn't. Okay, so if I had a bar of gold, we'd be doing this from the Caribbean. Yeah, right. Live with Chuck on his yacht in the Caribbean, palm trees swaying in the back, cold drink melting in my hand. Yeah. Okay. So until the time I fall into that independently rich thing, well, here we are working for a living. But I hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. Hope you're having a good week. We've got some fun stuff to talk about. Okay, right off the top, love the fall, and everybody's probably saying the summer's cooling off. It can get really hot here in Georgia, but it's starting to cool off. The holidays are coming up. We get these really pretty fall days. Charlie Brown. After New Year's, it's just winter. It's just winter, and I'm waiting for spring. Now, if you're on the other side of the world, all right, so winter solstice was 2 days ago. So the days, they're starting to get longer. So there's a little ray of hope in our winter. Now, for those of us on the other side of the planet, well, okay, summer's starting to wane. And that's sorry about that. But okay, so in the middle of summer, y'all can tell us, okay, sorry, it's the middle of summer. Now summer's starting to go away. But anyway, winter's a great time to make some projects get tucked into our shop. Yeah, going through all the comments from last week, just some great comments. I have to pare these down because I want to say hello to everybody, but it's just not possible. But over here, I tell you what, let's start right here. Mike Thompson. I hope you're doing okay. I'm kind of waiting. Mike, I've got a comment here. Might be having trouble with my equipment. I hope not. Got the boss. There's a bit of a delay. I think it's a 15-second delay, but we'll hear from the boss. But overall, I think we're doing okay. I think we've got audio and we've got video. So, yeah, we're going to be good today. But everybody, right back to you. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Sam Lee, very nice. It's just a pleasure to see all of these comments. Absolutely. All these Christmas wishes. Very cool. I'm already behind. We've been here 2 minutes and I'm already behind. But Peter, let's see. Cape Town, South Africa, 10 o'clock p.m., 64 degrees Fahrenheit. That's a nice temp. Little bit cool, but yeah, okay, so I complain about the 30s, and we've got a viewer from Siberia and a lot of our friends in Canada. Oh, I'm sure I can hear you saying, "Oh, bless your heart, you're going to be okay." But this is my winter clothing. So, right. So, but growing up, we lived in Doylestown, Pennsylvania for a year in high school. The point I'm getting at here is the North. Y'all got some cool winter stuff. So, a Southern boy, I learned how to ice skate, play pond hockey, sled on the golf course, learned how to snow ski, did a lot of snow skiing. Y'all have all the really cool winter sports. Pond hockey in Georgia in February, it doesn't resemble pond hockey up north. It's a whole different thing. Our winters are just cold. They're beautiful. They can be, but we get rain. We cross our fingers, hoping we'll get snow. Growing up, watching the crawl on the TV, is my school going to close today? Because anything is possible on a snow day. That's exactly right. But so I complain, but yeah, y'all in Canada, north of us, Vanessa Kitty, y'all are cold. Y'all get the real winter. It just kind of gets a little cooler here. But Moby Brickflex, hello back to you. Aiden Stump, good afternoon. Merry Christmas right back to you as well. Peter, please don't apologize, man. Just happy to have everyone here. And Balster 1123, hello right back to you. Sherprit 2010, morning back to you. Sacramento, so I guess it just clicked over to afternoon there. Night for today. Hi right back to Indiana. I bet you've got some cold going on. I understand y'all got slammed over the last couple of days. It's beautiful if it goes away, but if it sticks and stays there for a while, that can start to become a problem. I feel for y'all on that. Let's see, Jack Bishop, good afternoon and Merry Christmas to you and yours. I hope you have a blessed holidays. Right back to you. Absolutely. In my shop, trying to finish Christmas presents. Yeah, me too. We're going to talk about that because this is odd, but this happened, but I'm trying to tool the day before Christmas Eve, tooling a gift. Yeah, let's don't go into that old chestnut. Right. Yeah. Right. But anyway, we've got a big point on quality. And again, good for the new folks. Those of us, with a little more experience are going to shake our head. That's exactly right. But it's a valid point. Let's see. I'm going to try to do my best. Daughter of the Wild, very good. Merry Christmas right back to you. Oh, Sam Lee, that makes me feel good. I look forward to Wednesday too. It's a nice break. It's a nice break to step away from it. It's fun to be in our shop because we have to concentrate so hard on a project, hopefully, or is that just me? But we kind of tends to push everything out of our mind. It's a nice break. It's a nice way to step away from it. I always hope that my shop is a place of light and joy and happy with good music and fun projects. I hope my shop, is a place people like to visit. And I feel like they do. I feel like they do. And I hope you feel the same way. Let's see. Okay. Just wanted to thank you. Mind Warp 12. Just wanted to thank you for showing us the mystery braid. I made some for Christmas gifts. Those are great. They're easy to make. They look good. People love them because it looks like it shouldn't, be possible. And they go everywhere from a simple cuff to decoration. I taught a class at a high school up in Ohio, and we were going to make a belt. It was the guys, it's about 8 or 10 guys, a high school class, and we were going to make a belt, right? Going to make a belt and a mystery braid wristband, kind of a basic leather class. So we made the belt, and we're starting on the wristbands. A couple of guys jumped ahead. Before I knew it, they're all riveting the mystery braids onto the belts. Okay, first off, out of the box, didn't see that coming. Second, very creative, but you know what? They look very cool on the belts, and love the guys. So they're great. Those are fun, and they go so many places. Mind Warp 12. I hope they come out great, and I hope everybody that gets one absolutely loves it, and I have no doubt that they certainly will. Very cool. Yeah, and good stocking stuffers too. Always trying to find, stuff for the stockings. Besides candy. I mean, come on, candy. I never hate a stocking full of candy, but it's nice to toss some things in there, other than chocolates and sweets. Watch the kids bounce off the wall for 12 hours. Let's see. Oh man, night for today. Stitched my last leather Christmas present last night. Who else? Yeah, not me. Not me. I'm making these. I'm making these as I need to deliver them. Yeah, I tooled these things 3 months ago by now, and I'm kind of finishing these as they're due. Anyway, yeah, again, that old chestnut. We've talked about that. Yeah, putting your stuff off. So, king of that particular parade. Oh man, let's see. Jackson Williamson. Hi, Mr. Chuck. Just got my first package from Weaver yesterday. First off, thank you for the business. I hope you're very happy with everything in it. Scissor snaps, cool. And D-rings for a briefcase for my dad using your tutorial. Man, that is a briefcase that's going to last years, decades. I hope he loves it. Man, okay, let me jump over here because there's a really good, let's see, there's a good comment here. Okay, Thomas Johnson. No love is better felt than a gift of a leather belt. Now that's very cool, but it's true, and not just a belt. I mean, first off, we make something specifically for someone. There's no better gift. There literally is no better gift. And it's fun to make those because through the whole thing, I'm thinking, oh, they're going to love this, or I'm going to point out, I hand sewed this, or we hand to, oh man, that's, what? Win, 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 win. Everybody's happy. So I'm glad to hear that. Very cool. Flashpoint Bravo, Merry Christmas right back to you, friend. Jason Gomez, glad you're here with us today. Steve L. I think I've got a comment over here from Steve L. So let me jump back over here. Okay, Vanessa Kitty. Uh, okay, this is great and bad. All right, so semi-retired math teacher, retired military. So on the military, Vanessa Kitty, thank you more than you can imagine for standing on that wall for us, for serving for us. The other part of that sentence, retired math teacher. Oh crap! I didn't think about retired math teachers watching my videos. So I'm going to really have to polish up my math skills because they kind of suck right now. So I'll work on that. Um, let's see. All right, Steve L. Hi from Wisconsin. Hello, right back to you. Good food and friendly people. We used to do Gen Con up there in Milwaukee. Loved it. Loved it. Um, that's the best steak I've ever had in my life, and I still remember that. Really? Out of all the things in my life that have happened, I remember a steak. Yeah, well, yeah, of course. Your point being, right? Okay. Let's see. Okay, Noah. I made my father a carry belt out of the Crazy Horse pull up. This gets better. Okay, first off, that's nice, but this gets better. That's the exterior, some Herman Oak veg tan on the interior. Going first class on that belt with two-tone stitching and polished brass hardware. Very clean look. I bet it's beautiful. What a quality. You almost can't buy that kind of a belt anymore. You can, but they're few and far between. All right, let's see. Garen Clark, currently working on my first tote bag, listening in while the dye dries. I hope it comes out beautiful. But yeah, as the dye dries, does anybody wander around their shop aimlessly if the dye is drying or the tool is drying? It's like I have nothing. I don't know. I'm lost. There's yeah. Well, okay. Maybe is that just me? Is that just me? No, it's great to have multiple projects. To work on because when something's dyed or drying or tooled, you can jump over to another project and keep going on that. So very cool. Um, Oh, let's see. Okay, Jeremy Alexander. I made my sister-in-law some of the sleigh bells as a door hanger. She said she has always wanted some, but didn't want to spend the amount of money they want for them. And it's funny, the majority of the ones out there are just as cheaply made as possible. And like a nylon strap with some, really cheap bells. I mean, as cheap as you could go on these. Not ours. Absolutely not. Ours are loud. In fact, I've made a couple of these from the video. So what I've had to do is take a small strip of suede scrap and kind of stuff it in each of the bells because it's obvious what it is, in the package. And I don't want the UPS drivers that have to carry this package to go nuts, yeah. So yeah, I put a little damper in those and I have to explain, pull that out. But boy, they're loud and they're beautiful, but quality. We're gonna bounce back around to that. Um, all right, let's see. Okay, Jeremy Alexander, and this is a good point because I don't think about this often. Let's see, I just started using the gum trag to slick my edges. So much better than just water. Water works, but doesn't stay smooth, but the gum trag stays slick. That's exactly right. I tend to forget about the gum trag because for so long I've just slicked with water. So when I do a video, I often forget to go gum trag or gum tragicant if you're new, but it's great. It's literally for slicking your edges and it does a great job. It's quick, it's faster than water, but in my opinion, it really keeps those fibers down. It really gives you a slicked edge that's going to last. The durability there being the point. So yeah, Jeremy, thanks for bringing that up. Very cool. Um, let's see. Okay, Jerry or Gary Scrimshaw. Man, I'm so sorry. I think it's Jerry. Worst thing about cutting yourself. Yeah, this probably goes under craft fails is getting blood on a workpiece. Luckily, we don't really have a lot of injuries. In leather work, a cut here and there. That's really about it. Knuckle and mallet, those don't go together. But all told, we're on that point, we don't have a lot of injuries, but we do get a small cut now and then. But all told, Jerry, that means that project is worth a whole lot more money. Think of Michelangelo. If he had a little bit of blood on the David, can you imagine working with those tools? Yeah, those big chisels, awls, stone. Yeah, I bet he went home every night complaining. Uh, so, all right, very cool. We've got through that. Got some more stuff to talk about. All right, product of the week. And this is a Chuck fail. I should have brought this out 3 weeks ago. At two at the most. I love these. I love these. So, product of the week. This is our shearling. Let me tell you, these are phenomenal. But what a great gift. I think I've got this one for my dad because it's going to go in his chair. Look at this big thing. I'm going to try to look at that. And it's just as thick and comfy. So this is our brown tip shearling. Okay. Second thought, cloak with a mantle with the shearling. Our deer tan cow in the we don't call it brown. Oh man, I'm forgetting what color we call it. Anyway, it's the brown. Anyway, so a cloak with that as a mantle, would that not be beautiful? In fact, I want to make jammies out of it. This feels so good. I want to make jammies out of it. The only problem there is if I went to get the mail, we'd have a new Bigfoot sighting, right? Yeah, the brown tip shearling Bigfoot. Yeah, but I don't know if Bigfoot, is checking his mail, standing at a mailbox. That might blow the whole thing. No, that's not Bigfoot. It's Chuck and his shearling jammies. But wow, with our bedspreads or throws, these are great. They would make great gifts. Thanks, Chuck. Little bit late for that one. Okay. But anyway, the brown tip shearling, if you think about it through the year, these are gorgeous. It's my absolute favorite. So anyway, but my dad, which on this point, my dad and I, it's a family tradition that we do our Christmas shopping on Christmas Eve. Yeah, I know that sounds odd, but okay. In our defense, okay. First off, your decision making is greatly reduced. Yeah, so we've got that going for us. Much smaller selection. Secondly, everything is on sale. So if just by chance mom needs a ratchet set or dad needs a Hello Kitty backpack, nailed it. Right now, I only spent $6. Nailed it. Well, yeah, not really, but we've kind of laughed about that for years and years. But anyway, okay, so we've got some projects going. Hopefully, everybody's got some good Christmas gifts going. Let's see. Okay, let's jump back over here. Got some stuff over here to get to. Oh yeah, Mind Warp 12, Ontario, Canada. Oh, I bet you're getting. Oh man, but I bet it is spectacularly beautiful. Winter Wonderland. Michelle, greetings right back to Milwaukee. Glad you're with us today. Jason Morris, hi right back to you. Joshua, hello. Thunderous night. Oh man, for my comfy bed. Does anybody sleep like an absolute rock in the winter? Sometimes sleep too hard. Let's see. Okay. Oh, Chris Gould. Oh man, just out of the hospital, back to my projects. Two good points. Two good points there. Two good pieces of news. Lane, London. Hello, my friend. Glad you're with us. Let's see. Okay, Aiden Stump. I ordered my first water buffalo hide. Oh man, that's going to make some beautiful belts. Oh, that is going to make some beautiful belts. Good. Okay, not controlling this whatsoever. Not controlling. Okay, yeah, let's see. Corium Lab. Hiya, Chuck. I've been using 5-inch Pro Dice for some time now. Yeah, go pro or go home, right? But my sensitive nose can't stand the smell, and I'm with you on that. It's very strong. It's like the deglazer. Love it. Couple of good jobs in our shop, but hang time. No kidding. And that'll run you out. And you need to have good ventilation on that. That's not good. But all right. Man, would you suggest using a respirator? Sure, absolutely. That's a lot to do. Though I die in a ventilated space, man, I'm not really sure on that one. I'd say die outside, and I have on many occasions. If like in the winter, if the house is closed up, my shop is below the house, so anything I do in here, heat rises. It's going to go right into the house. Then it's going to go right up to our spare room, our spare room upstairs. That depends, if it's raining or if it's freezing or it's cold or it's snowing. Oh man, okay. See if this helps. In my old shop, I had a little alcove with a window in it, and I just remembered this. This was great. So I put a box fan in the window, pointed out, and my dye and top coating table right in front of that window. So when I'd dye on that table, let it dry on that table. So that fan would draw everything out. And it was again a box fan. So it's pretty good size. That's about the only advice I can offer, but that absolutely worked. I could get a whiff of dye, while I was actually dying in Eddie, right? But other than that, that just sucked every bit of stink right out of the house. Aquarium Lab, see if that helps. I just don't have a great answer there for you. Respirator, absolutely, and that'd be a great way to go. That's a lot to go through to die, unless you save up all the projects to die, do everything at one time. So, and you can always dry outside or in your garage. Again, temperature permitting. But I've done that in the past too. Just I'll dye and then put stuff in the garage, just let it die out there. I don't even smell it. Sometimes I forget it's out there. I hope you come up with a good answer for that. Um, Okay, let's see. Ron Dowdy. I don't understand that completely, but you made for Christmas, you made something for Philip for Christmas. Oh, well, very cool. Ron, to comment back in, a little clarification on that. But you know what? All we need to know, he's going to love it. That's exactly right. And I hope you're having a good time with it. Very cool. Uh, let's see. Oh, Jan, I don't know about that. Um, Kitchen's not my place. Yeah, it isn't. Yeah, so okay, all right. Yeah, I'm reading some of these and just I can't help but laugh and going through all the comments from the previous week is an absolute blast. Uh yeah, okay, Kenzie. Make a video on making moccasins. Um, man, yes. There's a pattern out there. It's called the Plains boot. We don't sell it, the competition does. So buy the pattern from them and then call us for the suede. Yeah, world of difference. And 21 of the most beautiful colors you've ever seen. Or don't even go with suede. There are 1,000 leathers that would be perfect for some knee-high moccasins. They have one that's called the Woodsman, and it laces up the front. It's too common. The one of the brand names, and when you go to tourist towns, you see these guys. I love their stuff. I'm not knocking them at all, but it's just very common, to see the lace up the front. I like the plains because it ties at the top. All manner of possibilities for decoration there on body, foot, and flap. So, oh no, I looked down and I saw a fail. So, Kenzie, try that and see if that helps. David Buswell, fail. Layer a jar of black 5-inch Pro Dye on its side in my dye drawer. Lid was tight, but apparently their kid gaskets aren't good enough. Black dye all over everything, and it's dye too. It's just dye. Yeah, I just got the boss. Okay, we're good. Yeah, yay, we're good. Um, man, I know dye. One of our shop tricks videos, I show how we can use one of the cheap plastic toolboxes. Yeah, you can get them at the big box hardware stores. I don't know, like 15, 18 bucks, but they're pretty good size, but they're plastic, so they're sealed. If we don't have a full-on shop where we've got our dyes on shelves and whatnot, we can store our dyes in that. If we have a major spill, no problem. If it's that bad, I'm out 15 bucks and whatever. Man, David, I'm sorry to hear that. Dye, it is. It's dye. I've always joked that if you walk by your dye shelf, you're going to get dye on you. My wife said, how'd you get dye on your socks? It's dye. It's everywhere. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, David. Okay, let's see. Okay, John Simpson, we must have started a vein here on the fails. I don't really have one. Kind of been working on a video. Oh, okay, got some videos. I'm working on one, got another one finished. Okay, so we'll come back over to that. I don't want to leave this because this is the best. This is the most. All right, had some good successes and one fail, which was epic. Oh, when you see the word fail and epic, yeah, okay. Let's see. Tried to back a knife sheath. Follow the instructions you gave on backing. Oh crap. Oh crap. Well, it turned out hard but shrank and curled. Had to start over. John, I hope my advice on that was not bad. Oh, John. Man, if that was my fault, I'll own it, baby. Let me know. I hate to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Uh Night for today. I use a punching bag for exercise and we're waiting for stuff to dry. Man, I look like a woodsman because it feels like we're always waiting for stuff to dry. Is anybody impatient with that? I want dye that I can put on and top coat right now. I'm on a project. I don't want to do this. Well, anyway, multiple projects. That's the absolute answer to that problem. Um, let's see, James. Hi from South Dakota. Snowing and 45-mile-an-hour winds here. That's harsh. And everybody that goes to Wyoming and Montana and Idaho, your first thought is, I'm gonna live here. I got some really good advice from somebody in Wyoming one time that said, just spend one winter here, then make your decision. That's exactly. But y'all are up to speed on winters. Yeah, for y'all, it is what it is. Yeah, for us Southern folks, it's not. Um, but yeah, big respect for y'all at the same time. Let's see. Okay. Made all right, Susan M. Made doorbells with solid brass. I would assume bells from Weaver. They are fantastic. Also made some Christmas presents. Oh, I'm glad you are more than welcome. Makes my day to hear that. Those are beautiful. I still have three. I still have three that I'm working on. Two of those back in October because, ooh, I'm going to get all over it this year. I'm going to get ahead. I'm going to have everything ready before Christmas Eve. Yeah. 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 Okay. Maybe next year. Yeah. Maybe next New Year's resolution. Oh man, I got it. Okay. Yeah, we'll do New Year's resolutions next week. Yeah. So okay. All right. Sherper 2010, Kinsey, I second the moccasin request. I let's see if we can't start trying to get a pattern in. Um there we go. I'll write that down so I won't remember it. Yeah. Okay, so all right, so let me jump back over here. All right, so this week's theme, we're going to talk a little bit about quality. Yeah. Been there, done that, right? But this is really it really brought the point home. So, I had a piece of leather, a friend gave me a cut from a piece of leather, and this is from a competitor, not going to say who. Um but he just gave it to me, he said, "Here, I got an extra piece of leather." I took it. I stuffed it in my shop over there somewhere. Not going to go into the anyway, got a late request for a Christmas gift. And we've made one of these. I don't want to give it away. Starts with wood and ends with carrier in case somebody's watching, Anyway, so I didn't think, I pulled it out. I'm not thinking Weaver or these guys, or I just pulled out a piece of leather. It's going to fit. So I cased it, um, gave it a good hour. It's probably an hour and 15 minutes before I actually sealed it. 24 hours, pulled it out. Gave it about an hour, maybe an hour and a half to dry, and sat down to tool. Can't tool it. Every cut, I have to make every cut about 4 times. The first time before I gave it another hour to air out. I know I'm getting confused here because I'm trying to remember this because it's been in the last 24 hours. I could see a little bead of water in front of my swivel. Too wet. Yeah, that's too wet, obvious. So I left it out. Now I'm trying to remember where I was in the story. Anyway, so I didn't want to get into a project last night after giving it a second hour, dry time. So I covered it again, pulled it out this morning. Now I'm starting to get a little issue. I'm starting to have a little issue with this. So I pulled it out, took a knife to it, same thing. I can cut it, but I got to do like 3 passes, maybe 4. And as I move on, I notice my knife cut is starting to close up again. Yeah, too wet. Yeah, that's too wet. That's simply a sign that it's still got too much moisture. So I left it out at, let's see, that was like at 8:15. 9:15, tried it again, no difference. I think somewhere I was shooting a video this morning, working on a video. We'll look at that. Um, but I think at 11:15, give or take, tried it again. Exactly the same thing. It looks terrible. I can't get this piece of leather. I don't know. I'm gonna give it another couple of hours and try. Okay, the point I'm getting at with this is if you're new to leather, and again, the folks that are more seasoned, more experienced, you're gonna shake your head here. Quality. It literally okay, yes, the quality. But here's the bigger point. I had this kind of feeling that I'm just now starting to learn the tool. You're right. I'm frustrated. It's not doing what the guy in the video says it should do. It's closing up. My knife is jittery moving through that leather. It's not smooth. It's all the classic problems with a lower quality piece of leather. Now, this was their top leather. And I remember what my friend said it was. I'm not going to mention it or how much it cost, but it was one of their top shelf leathers. Um, Before the live today, I don't know, maybe about 1:30, I tried it again. No difference, no change. Now I know it's starting to dry because my edges are lightening up. So it's not a project now, it's a mission. I'm gonna tool this piece of leather. It's become an obsession. Okay, so the point here is that if you're new to leather and these things are happening, if you bought a piece of leather you thought was pretty good, yeah, iffy maybe, and it's showing all these signs. Here's the point. Set it aside and walk away. It doesn't matter how much you paid for it because it's costing you more than you can imagine. If you give up on stamping or tooling because of that leather, you've lost so much. Okay, here's an answer. Now, leather, we're crafters. So again, we're not thinking profit. We're going to turn this hide into profit. We've got panels of Weaver Select and Herman Oak. Buy a 12-inch by 12-inch panel. And work with one of these. You're going to be amazed at the first time you sit down to stamp or tool, you're going to be amazed at the outcome. So on quality, literally it's more than just the money. It's the future of your craft. If you bail out because the leather's just not doing what you think it should do, what a waste. Throw that piece away. Move it away. Use it for glue pads, right? Quality. That's the point. And you've always heard the saying crap in, crap out. Well, that's part of it. But the bigger point is if you're frustrated, get a square foot of leather. Now, it's going to be pretty expensive by the foot. It's a quantity deal. The larger your piece, the less you pay per square foot. But it's absolutely going to be worth it. You are going to, the minute, and I'm not kidding. I know I keep saying this, and it sounds like I'm rolling. I'm not kidding. The first time you put stamp to leather, you're going to be surprised at how good it looks. Like the Weaver Select, when we case it appropriately, that knife just slides through that leather, and that cut remains exactly where it was. When you hit that with a stamp, it is crisp, it is clean, it's consistent. It is a world of difference. So through this whole spiel, quality. If you're new, go with quality. That's the best place to start. So, okay, all right. So moving on, that's kind of the theme of this week. Yeah, it's buy some quality leather. You'll be surprised at the outcome. Okay, I know I roll on that all the time. I used to work. Let's leave it there. Anyway, let's leave it there. Buy Weaver Select or Herman Oak. Wow, world of difference. That covers that for the most part. Does Christmas movies. Is that, I know I'm kind of going off script here for a minute, but Christmas movies, those are the point I'm getting at here is that Christmas, there's a line in the movie Scrooged. If you've ever, one of our favorite Christmas movies, Bill Murray. And if there's ever a celebrity that I'd like to meet, it's Bill Murray. But his line is, at Christmas, we're the people that we would like to be. Yeah, it's something along those lines, and I really feel that way because I'm happy all through Christmas. And I hope y'all are the same way. It's just it's a great season. But on that too, a Christmas story, right? Okay, so the lamp. Yeah, if you said the lamp, right? My mom and dad, up till recently, were RVers, and they had the big bus and the whole nine yards. You can buy these lamps online. Yeah, there's a website Well, they've got the full size and then they've got the small one. So I got him the small, gaudiest. If you haven't seen this movie, these lamps are awful, awful. Anyway, so I got him a small one to go in the front of their RV. Dad pulls that thing out every year. Mom hates it, but loves it. Anyway, and Fred Claus. If look for Fred Claus. This is a great movie. But Vince Vaughn and Paul Giamatti, they're great. Anyway, Vince Vaughn is Santa Claus's brother, right? And Santa Claus, and so he's always right. He's always worked stressed. He's in a famous people siblings anonymous group, right? Okay, so I think it's Stephen Baldwin is in it. Bill Clinton's brother is in it. Now these others are actors. They're not the actual brothers of the stars, but I swear, there's Ed Harris's brother. Who else? Keanu Reeves looks like his brother. Morgan Freeman looks like his brother. Anyway, Fred Claus, if you get a chance to see it, that's a great movie. It's a lot of fun to watch. But the movies at Christmas, Charlie Brown, come on, right? Charlie Brown Christmas. Okay, so all right, kind of went off script there. Anyway, notes from the boss here. All right, first and foremost, Merry Christmas all from every one of us at Weaver Leather. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. Absolutely. Let's see. In fact, her note here is safe and happy holidays to all leather workers out there. And I fully agree. Big family out across the world. Couldn't be happier with that. Very cool. Okay, so we have some new products on the site. Now, I'm bad about this because every week we get a list of new products and where they are, in the process. I'm bad about going over to our website to see what's released. I'm just bad about doing that. I'll get better. Anyway, so all right, so go to the website and just search new products, and you're going to see all kinds of great stuff. Also, let's see, it's the last day to save 15% on kits. So yeah, get your kits. Love the kits. Yeah, we talked about that last week. Couple of good pluses there. So let's see. Okay, so we've done the leather of the week, the shearling. Love it. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Okay. We're done. We're done with the list. We're done with our list. I think so. Let me make sure I didn't miss something. Because my mind's not been on stuff. I'm not saying the live, it's just in general. I don't know why. I don't know why. Anyway, so okay, all right. So yeah, a couple of videos here. All right, working on a cell phone case. Yeah, actually, I was going to say I should be done with this one tomorrow, but I'll have this one done Monday. So we're going to do a good, clean, very simple, hand molded or wet formed, hand molded cell case. Doesn't that look good though? And I mean, look at that. And we're just doing that with our fingers. I would be hard to press to say that was not done in a machine or on a mold. So anyway, got that, working on that. We've got the Angelus coming out. Again, still working towards the one, getting started for under $100. But the moccasin, that keeps going through my mind. We're going to work on that one. Well, yeah, we'll get that one coming together for you. So, okay. 20-4. Yet again, I feel like it's 10 after. Panic attack. What are we going to talk about for 45 minutes? Y'all, thanks to you, it is not a problem. It is not an issue. So, okay. Oh, man. Let's see. Okay, Christopher Tip. Use some scrap leather to put my bells and things onto my Christmas tree. Yeah, actually, that is exactly right. Oh, the Polar Express, right? The bell on the little tie in his pocket that he loses. Oh, man. They're gorgeous. Our bells are gorgeous. Yeah. I know there's so many things we can. No, family show. Okay. Man, let's see. Oh no, putting a needle into your finger while sewing. Luckily, hand sewing needles don't have a sharp point. Yeah, our holes are pre-punched. We don't need a sharp point. Is that a saving grace or what? Now, I say the Permalock needle is the best invention in leathercraft in 1,000 years. I don't know. That's got some good competition with a sewing needle that doesn't have a sharp point on it. that may well be the best leather invention in 1,000 years. Um, let's see. Man, okay. Viking Kong. God, thanks for asking. Thanks for being here. Man, what can you do if you oversaturate a leather project with neat foot oil? I don't. Okay, last week we had somebody that, oh, I'd have to look back at it. And I think they may have applied some degreaser. I can't remember. We could go back and look at last week's. It's on YouTube. Man, I don't know. And it happens. I've done it. We've all done it. Oversaturated. Oil is just its own particular problem. Love it. It's like a car. It can be the life of the leather. It just comes with a lot of issues. Man, Viking Kong, I don't have a good answer, but I'm striking out today. Please ask any question you want that I absolutely can't answer, can't help. When we find an expert, we'll ask him. Viking Kong, I don't know what we can do there. It will evaporate out. It'll take a little while. It'll take some time. It will evaporate out. I might say, hang it. I've just got a bunch of little hooks. You can buy baling wire at the hardware store. It's $4 for a big roll. Well, the thing is it's softer metal. So you can cut it with wire cutters. You see a lot of these. I use a thinner wire like to dip dye leather. You might simply, if you've got a hole in it or you've got like for a closure you haven't added yet, I might just hang that up. And with a little luck, with a little humidity or the lack of humidity, say in your shop or your house, some of that is going to evaporate out. Maybe it will be just enough, to make the project usable. Man, that's the most I have on that. We've all done it. Over oiled. But that's how, a lot of us are so careful with oil because we've done that. Yeah. So, let's see. Okay, Jackson, I'm coming into the second half of a lot of these. Y'all talk. Yeah. Y'all help answer each other's questions because obviously I'm not having any luck with it. Let's see. Okay. Shakib Shaikh, hello from Birmingham. And hello right back to you. You're close to us. Birmingham, beautiful city. Northern Alabama, starting to get up into the mountains, the lakes. Oh, man, Northern Alabama is spectacular. Southern, too, at the beaches, the Gulf, absolutely. Gorgeous water. If you've never been, the kind of around Fort Walton Beach, Panama City Beach, the water is just gorgeous. It's emerald. They call it the Emerald Coast, and for good reason. But it's funny because the sand is it's beautiful white. It's pure silicone, maybe. The point there, not the sign. Yeah. Anyway, the point is that sand literally comes from the western side of the Appalachians down the Mississippi and spills out across that coast. So therefore, it's a heavier sand. It's a bigger grain. So thus it sinks. So it's not really in the water. The water is gorgeous, but the sand actually makes a squeak. It's so pure it squeaks when you walk on it. Rolling. Anyway, Southern Alabama, beautiful. Northern Alabama, beautiful. Sorry. Anyway, so all right, Emlyn, Thurgood, Philadelphia, Philly. Yeah, cheesesteaks, man. Oh boy. Winnipeg, Manitoba. Oh man, it's good to hear from everybody. It's nice to have everybody here. It's a good day. 3:00 Wednesday afternoon. It's kind of in the workday for a lot of us. We just don't have we experimented a little bit here, a little bit there. We'd love to do it in the evening, but that's kind of being a little self-centered. Well, that works for us, but it doesn't work for Israel, or Australia or South Africa, where everybody's from. It just doesn't work. So we're going to stick here, and our choice there is let's be consistent. Let's be consistent. But if you miss the live, it's always on YouTube. Always on YouTube. I know. I went back through. I hate watching. Anybody hate hearing yourself on audio or hate watching yourself on video? That's like a common denominator amongst everybody. So I'll watch like a second and then I'll zip forward and get all the comments, put those on a document. Then I can go through the comments one at a time. There's some funny comments in here. I wish I could put everyone on my list, but it'd take an hour, just to go through that. Let's see. Oh, Friendly Neighborhood Farrier, Oregon. Oh, thank you for the job you do. That's a tough job. My wife's got a horse, and we love our farrier. Super nice guy, lovely wife, new child, just the kindest people. But that's a hard job. And farriers, you're back. Wow. Oh man, I think every farrier I've ever known has had back problems. Um, let's see. Okay, excuse me. Okay, Noah. Um, let's see. How have people found acetone as a prep liquid for painting? It's good. It's now deglazer. Deglazer is like an acetone light, and we use deglazer to clean off a top coat so we can re-dye. Very helpful, and we can clean our dye bins, um, clean old leather. Hang time, very strong, big ventilation. I almost don't use it because boy, I mean, you open the jar and you put a little on a rag and rub something, your whole shop is going to smell like acetone. Even with good ventilation, it's going to smell like acetone or deglazer. Acetone is just a bit stronger, and I've used acetone to do exactly the same thing. Um, but yeah, to clean your leather, the top toolers and stampers, they'll clean all their leather with deglazer before they ever do anything with it. And I need to start doing that. I need to start doing that. High quality leather, you really don't have a lot of issues, with debris on the top grade. Some of the lower tannages, definitely. There's no telling. Uh, Maxter Meatball. That's a new one. I'm glad to hear from you. Very cool. Um, I'm a new customer. Okay, let's see. Yeah, okay. So for the wholesale prices, um, man, I'm a little detached from that side of it. But I think you need you know what? Let me come back to that one next week. I don't want to roll on that. Typically you need like an ST2 or an ST5, which is typically a state level tax ID number or your 5/8 Fed number. Um you know what? I'll have that next week. I'll see that comment, and I'll sorry to make you wait a week. But you can do it. Absolutely, you can do it. Uh, let's see. Yeah, I'll come back to that one next week. I know because these keep flashing by, and I keep seeing good ones. Uh, okay, so okay, I'm Mr. Kook Alabanza. I hope that's right. Hi, Chuck. My wife and I just started into leather, and so far it's been a blast. There you go. Makes my day on that one. All right, I love watching your videos, and now we always talk to. Oh no, when we do leather work, nice, professional, clean. Oh, sorry about that. I know I'm trying to back off on a lot of those. Nice. Um, but I'm glad to hear you. It's a place for you and your wife to connect, and it's same with our kids. Those It seems to be getting harder and harder to find places where we can connect with our kids or our spouse. Leatherwork, it's the perfect place. It really is. AYK, hi, right back to you. Uh, oh, Noah. Okay, yeah, my local shop ran out of deglazer. Yeah, I would say you can go with an acetone. Again, uh, a lot of ventilation, and I don't know this for sure, but I think it's a good bit stronger than deglazer. So yeah, just be careful, but that should knock off a top coat. Certainly clean your leather. Um, Now I'd be careful on dyed, or if you've got an antique, if you're going in over an antique, there I might be a little bit careful, but it should be fine. Okay, let's see. Frexar 3D, what would be the cheapest and the best leather to start practicing with? Um, I tend to like um our bellies. Okay. Now, if you buy a belly from somewhere else, they can be really rough. And just speaking from experience, but a belly from Weaver, I got one in my shop. I've got one 20 feet over there. The point is okay. The point is the cost is going to be about $20. I think that's about right. Yeah, I mean like half a tank of gas, and you're going to get about 3, maybe 4 square feet of good leather. Now they're longer pieces. A belly, if you're new, a belly is this part of the cow. It's the least preferable part for a production shop. So what the tanneries will do is they're going to strip that off of the side. So now we've got a back or a bend. Well, that's a cheaper piece of leather. Production shops aren't going to use it. But for us, we get some good leather and it's cheap. Here's the biggest point. Biggest point. When we cut into this, we're not worried about the money. That's the biggest point. I've got a leather over here. I'm not throwing stones. All right. Yeah. King of this parade. I've got a piece of leather over here I have not cut because I don't want to ruin it. It's a big, beautiful hair on cowhide. I want to make some chaps with it. Okay, it's not. I'm not that worried about. I just haven't gotten to it. Yeah, there's none of us out. Yeah, right. I just haven't gotten to it. The point is, don't stress over the money on the leather. Cut into it. Now, the reason a belly, because with us, it's a good quality piece of leather. Yeah, you're going to have a great time with it. Secondly, a single shoulder. Great way to go. That's about a tank of gas. Maybe if you drive a truck, that's about a tank of gas. But the thing with this, now it's not really a belt leather. It's half of a double shoulder. Okay, so think a double shoulder is both shoulder blades on a cow. So therefore, it's going across the cow. Great. That's the grain. It's great for the belt makers because the top end, they want to take their belt from across the hide as opposed to lengthwise. Now, for me, I'll go either way. But they say that you have less stretch across the hide than lengthwise. Really, all told, if you're working with a quality leather, you're going to see very, very little difference there. But a single shoulder is exactly half of a double shoulder. And a lot of times what will happen is when a tannery is tannering a piece of, like, say, double shoulders, once in a while, a double shoulder, half of it can get a bad bend in it or a bad mark in it. It just happens. It's the way it is. So what they'll do is they'll cut this in half. Now they've got at least a single shoulder out of that double shoulder. And those of us that are crafters, it's probably 7 or 8 square feet of leather. So it's probably, maybe 28, 30 inches by the main pieces, maybe 35, 36 inches long. So not really good for a belt, but great for everything else. And our single shoulders are good quality. They're good quality at a good price, too. It's good leather right up to the edge. So if you want to go veg tan, that's a good route to go. Chrome tans, it's a little bit different situation. It depends on what you're making because chromes typically are only available in sides, about 24 square feet, or hides, about 45 square feet, give or take. Well, these are for the upholsterers or garment folks because they need larger panels. But we sell smaller panels in the chromes. So that would be a great way to go too. I know we're coming circling all the way back around. The big point is don't fret over the money that you spent on the leather. Dive in. That's the big point. If you're not worried about it and you screw up, I'm going to keep going forward. You're going to keep moving forward. 99 out of 100 times, you're going to be so happy with the project that you made right off the bat that you're itching to start another project. And probably your thought with me always, and still to this day, is if I make a project, it comes out great and I'm happy with it. I love it. But my thought is, okay, I want to make this again, but now I want to do this, or I want to change this, or I want to fine tune this, or I want to add this as a decoration. Man, it's a vicious cycle. But it's a fun cycle. It really is. All right, so I hope that helps. I hope that helps. The bellies are great. As long as you get a quality belly. They're cheap and they look good, and that's going to give you a great start. I've got one of I'm this close to going over to my weaver set or my shop there and grabbing it so we can take a look at it. Let's do that next week. There we go, belly. We'll look at one of our bellies and you'll see it. They're great. They look good. They look really good. Okay, yeah, Flashpoint Bravo. Thanks for putting that in. Deglazer removes Spill Pro dye from all types of surfaces, including leather and my wood tabletop. Okay, yeah, there you go. Let's see. Okay, I know I'm trying to get to, we're running out of time here and I can't get to all these. The wind and the rain. Why? When I look back at these, now, when I don't really look back at them, but when I see them on YouTube and I pass my mouse over, it gives you a little clip. It looks like I do that the whole video. Okay, so I'm going to, yeah. Okay, anyway. Okay, Tim Gleaves. Yeah, the Stitch Groover, man. I have the hardest time keeping it straight. I'm not sure why that would be. Man, I'm not sure why that would be. I'm wondering if your guide arm may be off a little bit. front or back, but they're square, so it should sit clean in there when you tighten down the chuck. Um, is it one of ours? That would be my first question. The competitor um sells a good one. Now it's cheap. It's literally as cheap as you can make these, but it's not bad. I used it for years. Um, what I like about that is that on ours, the cutting head is on the shaft. It's on the post, and our guide arm comes out. Well, to me, I'm right-handed, so that guide arm really sticks out. So if I'm holding down my project and I run my groover, that guide arm, the outside is going to catch my finger and it's going to run me off. With the competitors, the really cheap one, not slamming them. No, I love these. The guide arm has the cutting edge on it, so therefore it goes away from you. And I've always liked that, but ours is great. It's more durable, it's more substantial, easier to tighten, easier to measure. Um, let's see. Okay. Oh man, Sir Palander. And I want to answer this one, but we are going to go into a long spiel. All right. So, hi Chuck. What is your favorite leather for making tote bags? All of them, all of them. But it depends on if you want to go chrome or tan. I've got chrome or veg. Um, Chromes. Try this one. Our water buffalo, 4 to 5 ounce. It's a chrome tan. Uh, let's see. Our video on making a purse. I made a purse. I use this in a lot of videos because I love it for a bunch of reasons. First off, it's a gorgeous leather. It's a brown distressed, so it looks good. You can't rough it up. You can't go wrong with it. You can drop your mallet on it and it's going to look great. Secondly, the price. Again, if you drive a truck, it's kind of right in there with the same price as a tank of gas. And I say that, because I don't want these to be dated, and 30 years from now, somebody says, hey, I could. Anyway, it looks good. It's very affordable. And it's a side of leather. Now it's a small side, maybe 17 square feet, but it's also got some good body to it, so it hand sews well. Chromes don't typically hand sew very well, with exception, but they don't tend to have the body that a veg tan does, so your stitch line doesn't look as clean as it does on a good piece of veg. But I love it. So anyway, affordable, looks good, sews well, got some good body to it. Try that, see if that works for you. But oh, there's so many ways you could go. Oh man. But with those, you need a little body. Tote bags, you need a little body, need a little weight. 3 to 4 will work, but I tend to like to go maybe a 4 to 5 ounce just so it holds a good form. Not as if we're forming it. It just holds a good shape. Maybe that's what I should have said. So man, take a spin. Now, on our website, and I'm pretty sure we still got this going. I'm 99% sure. On our website, on every leather page, there's a spot where you can order a sample of that leather. It's not the 1 square inch, lovely, no help whatsoever. I think it's a 3 by 3, something in there. But you can order a free swatch of every leather we carry. So on one side, if you like a leather, order a swatch, see if that's going to have the body and weight, color, texture. But also too, here's a good idea. If you're new to leather, you might say order a 4 to 5 ounce, and maybe a 2 to 3, a 4 to 5, a 7 to 8, and an 8 to 9. What we're doing here is you're very quickly getting the feel of the different weights. Now we typically, in my shop, I always have a 4 to 5 ounce, which is about a 1/16 of an inch thick, and an 8 to 9 ounce, about an 1/8 inch thick. Pouch weight, belt weight. If you have those two leathers, you can pretty much make anything. You can back one with the other, back one with itself, make a super thick. 4 to 5 back to back is a nice way. Anyway, by ordering a couple of samples, you start to get the feel for the weights. And yeah, I mean, once you get up to speed with the 4 to 5s, now you can start to fine tune, and you're going to have a better feel. If you want to go, you can go up a little bit of weight on this project. Maybe it's a little too flimsy, or maybe it's too heavy. You're wet molding, and it's just not giving you that corner that you want. Maybe back off an ounce or two. So you'll get a quick feel, but you've got enough leather there. Say you're getting a piece of veg, wet it, case it, maybe do a stamp, see what it looks like. But you also get the feel for the texture, the body, the color, the skive. that almost will tell you everything you need to know about a leather. I know, what a roll there. Ah, gosh, what is that? I'm gonna have to put these. I still haven't bought new glasses. I wonder if a pair of glasses is in my stocking this year. Because wow, I don't want to go out and spend $9. Ooh, okay. Um, oh, let's see. Okay, that Harv guy. Oh man. Oh, I've got the second half of this, but I can kind of feel. Let's see. Fake leather lasts 10 years and then becomes landfill. Leather can and last for years. And yeah, no kidding. Some of it's been around 5,000 years. Um, Yeah, the fake leather. It isn't, it doesn't. And we literally are where we are because of leather. Yeah, we left the hotter areas. How could we do that? Because we had leather. We could make coats and we could make clothing that we could wear into those cooler climates. So yeah, I'm sure that we are where we are because of leather. Um, so now eventually, I don't know. I'm not going to go into that. We talked about that last week. Um, the science isn't there to back up a lot of the things that are being said. Anyway, let's see. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Oh man, Elaine Briggs. Any help to get text stamping straight? No, I've got no. Yeah. Okay. And this is tough. Yeah, and you're talking about the letter stamps. That's exactly right. There I almost don't use letter stamps. I do once in a while. I'll use a single letter. It's really tough to get them clean. You can make a little wood jig if you want. That kind of blows the whole thing out. You can make a little jig. What I tend to do is I've got on my board. You can go to Home Depot. At Home Depot. Anyway, you can buy bar stock, and in I like 48-inch pieces. It's just different thicknesses, different weights. The point I'm getting at there is you can lay that on your table, and it's nice if you can clamp that down or even tape that down to where it's going to lay flat across your area. The point there is you can take your letters and you can stack those against your straight edge. Now, with that, what I'll do is like say my first letter, say is a C. I'll drop my C, I'll stamp it, pull it up, make sure it's right side up. Yeah. Then I'll actually put the stamp back in that impression. And then my next stamp goes right to that. Then I'll stamp it. The point there is that the stamp makers, when they make these, they take into account that there's more width, say between an I and an L or an I and a K. So your I is going to be a little bit thinner, where your L or your G is going to be a little bit wider. So yeah, you can stack them, literally butt one right next to the other, the previous, leave that stamp in there, stamp the next. See if that helps. That it works for me, and it keeps it as clean and as square as we could hope for. Because yeah, letter stamps, those can be they're tough, but when we nail them, they're gorgeous. Absolutely. When we nail those, that's exactly what I write. That's exactly right. So, okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, Carson. Carson, thanks for pitching in. For stamping letters, I'll use painter's tape for one edge to line up and then use the bottom or side of previous stamps to keep them straight. Seems that's exactly right. Yeah. Y'all, thank you for helping out. Yeah. I don't use a lot of letter stamps simply because, man, I mean, you can mess up a project in a heartbeat. First off, most letter stamps will have some kind they'll have something on the bottom. Some of like the commons have a little arrow that points up. Our smallest quarter inch set has just a little dome, and I think it's in the bottom left. So as long as you see that little dome in the bottom left, your letter is right side up. Yeah, I'm a little scared of them because you can destroy an entire project in the blink of an eye with a letter stamp. And it doesn't even have to be upside down. It just has to be a little up, a little down, a little out, a little crooked. There's so many ways we can go wrong with letter stamps. Man, but I tell you what, if you nail it, they're gorgeous. Absolutely. Um, oh, Joe Schmo, bless your heart. Comments like that make my day. They absolutely do. Thank you so much for saying so. Makes my day. Oh, let's see. Graham Hill, you're late. Don't worry about it, man. It's good to have you here nonetheless. Glad you're here. Absolutely. Glad everybody's here. I'm honored that y'all will take the time out of your Wednesday afternoon to sit and listen to me roll. I'm a little confused on the point, a little confused on the point. But nonetheless, y'all, it's a pleasure to have everybody here. Oh, man. Okay. Thomas James, good point there. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I think again I can't keep up with these. I apologize for that, but I understand that's kind of the way it is. Uh okay, Moby Brick Flick. Can't find my last two messages. Not sure if they're getting. Oh man, I have the worst time with this thing. I just have the worst time with it jumping way ahead, and that's why I miss that. That's why I miss out on the threads. And come into these halfway through. Oh, good, Chuck. Yeah, thanks for chiming in. Now we already answered that question 10 minutes ago. So anyway, uh, okay, Chris Gould. Bye, friend. All stay safe and have a great Christmas. My two little dogs need a bathroom break. Uh, yeah, so oh, well, cool. Yeah, I have to lock the door upstairs because we got two cats, which we didn't look for, and a little dog. Um, but one of our cats, new kitty, I use so much makeup on my hands for the videos because we have a new cat. Man, he's sweet as he can be. Love our new little cat, Bruce. He's not little anymore. He was a cute kitten. Now he's just a cat, right? Anyway, he's lovable. He's friendly. He's playful. Everything you hope for in a cat, and everything a cat's not supposed to be. Yeah, right, right. So, uh, oh no, let's see, octopus on. Ouch! I just messed up a project because I spilled the dye spill. The dye spill. Age old You know what? 5,000 years ago, there was somebody sitting in their shop with their oil lamp going and they spilled their dye. I would bet on it. I'd bet on it. Um, Carson Atkins. Hallelujah. Oh man. Would love to see a cross draw knife. Oh man. I know. I want to do a cross draw holster too, and a gun belt and a baldric and a back. I need two of me to do these videos. We're trying to work through them. Yeah, it's supposed to be working right now. Really hard to get ahead since we're not going to release a video this Friday or next Friday, Christmas Day and New Year's Day. Gives me a chance to catch up because I've been behind 6 months. I'm not catching up. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm getting ahead. It just doesn't feel like. Just trying to get a bunch of videos in queue, so I don't feel like I'm rushing. Nothing worse to me than making a video for this Friday release. It just makes me. I want to rush subconsciously. I just have this go, 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 and that's not good for a video. You take our time. It's just like our projects. We got to take our time. You do it right. So anyway, okay. So, oh, wait a minute, Eric Broom. Just finished a quiver for my son based on one of my videos. Oh, rabbit fur trim. Oh, very cool. Oh, and it came out great. Oh man. Oh, I love love moccasins. Yeah, those are everybody does a moccasin kit. You can buy a piece of rabbit, split it down the middle, and use that around for the flaps. Oh man, I think that was my first true leather project. I think so. Very cool. I'm so glad to hear that. Ah man, excellent. Oh, let's see. Okay, Thomas James, don't give the cat any leather to play with. I made that mistake. Now my leather belt said bite marks in them. Dogs love veg tan leather. Man, they really do. Oh man, Orion's Animal. First off, wow, like the name, Orion's Animal. I have a new shop cat that walks all over everything while I'm working on my bench. Oh man, and the Welch video helped out. I'm glad to hear that. Oh, glad. Oh man, good. I'm glad the videos helped. That is okay. Elaine Briggs, it's my birthday today. A lovely treat. Elaine, happy birthday. And I'm sure happy birthday for me and everybody here. Really, two days before Christmas. Man, that's a tough one. Do y'all do all your Christmas and birthday gifts all at one time, or do you break it up? I've had friends that were really close to Christmas and they always hated it. Yeah. I'm far out enough to where yeah. Anyway, let's see. John Mance. John, glad you're with us. Have you ever used laser cut leather blanks? Absolutely. Bag tags. and I got them all over my shop, none within reach. Oh man, we've given bag tags away for years. A couple of years ago, my wife, she's a sales assistant. She had like 30 salesmen that she worked with. So we made two bag tags for each. We had them laser cut, laser engraved. Man, they were beautiful, and they'll last for years. So yeah, bag tag. Sold a bunch of those to golf country clubs around the South too. Absolutely. Now, if you're cutting chromes, doesn't work well. Sooty, but also the burn. That smoke can be toxic. So, and it's an ugly burn. It's not a pretty burn, as opposed to veg tan, beautiful burn. Um, when you burn it, it gives it like a medium brown color. Beautiful contrast between the top grain, natural top grain, and the burn. But when you dye it, you think that's going to go away. It doesn't. It just stands out. Those are beautiful. Yeah, excellent. Okay. Um, okay, Thomas. Also, let's see. Okay, how do you finish your last stitch on saddle stitch? Um, Oh man, melting. Yeah, that doesn't work. Melting them. I know a lot of people say, tie your knot and then melt. And I understand the basis behind that. If you've got it like a nylon thread, then it will melt together. It doesn't, or not strong enough. Yeah, I've never been a big fan of melting. That no, good alternative. Not knocking it. If it works for you, cool. But watch one of our videos. I'm trying to think now. I'm just drawing a blank. One of the recent videos, we tie a square knot inside the hole, and it's super easy to do. Yeah, I still feel like it's a little confusing. But what was I making? I can't remember. I've got so many things going right now, so many videos in and coming up, and anyway, look at one of our recent videos because you can tie a square knot inside of one of your holes and you'll never see it. Secondly, and what we're going to do right here, let's see. Okay, there's the finished. Yeah, okay. So over here, I've got a saddler stitch, if you can see it. Coming up. So I'll back up one hole. So I'll sew to the end, back up one hole. Now with this, what I can do is spread that just a little bit so I can get the needle from the front just through the front ply, needle from the back just through the back ply, and you can't even see it. So you can tie a square knot down in there, and it's easy to do. You simply hold one piece of thread kind of right on the end of your finger and pull it tight, then tie the other half of your square knot, pull that tight, and then put your knife down in there and pull the thread across the knife. Don't try to force the knife across the thread because we're going to cut something. Pull the thread across the knife, and like right there, I think if you look real close, you can see kind of one of the tails after the knot. Man, that knot will never give out and you'll never see it. And it's super easy to do. So yeah, you can tie the knot on the inside or you can tie a square knot in a hole and it's going to be great. Oh, you'll see once you do it once, you'll go, oh, I see how that works. Yeah, you'll never have a problem again. I hope that's good information for you. I hope so. Let's see. Okay, I've had no issues with melting the threads. Okay, that's exactly right. It's a technique. Absolutely. Oh man, Aiden Stomp! I bought a Beadsmith thread zap for thread finishing, but that thing has been a problem since day one. Yeah, I can imagine. Okay, Orion's Anvil, gotta go, y'all. I am too. We could just keep rolling here. I mean, just keep rolling, y'all. It's an absolute pleasure. I know I don't want to stop. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I'm so lost here. Anyway. All right, y'all. So we're going to wrap it up. We'll wrap it up. Love to keep going. Absolutely. And y'all, thank you for the great comments, great questions that I can't answer. Sorry. I'll answer what I can. In fact, why don't I say that? I'll answer what I can. But also, too, y'all, thank you for chiming in with your own answers. Every one of us gets the benefit of your knowledge, your experience, your mistakes. And you know what? You may very well save just one of us from making a catastrophic mistake that ends a project. There's nothing worse. There literally is nothing worse than just that one stupid little mistake that trashes the project. And the reason I say that, letter stamps. That's right. All right, y'all. You know what? For me and everybody at Weaver, have a very Merry Christmas, a very happy holidays. Now, I'd say have a Happy New Year, but we're going to come back before New Year's. We'll be back next week, so we'll deal with that at that point. But I hope everybody has a great Christmas Eve, and I hope every project you made for someone at Christmas just goes over like $1,000,000. I hope so. That's a great day watching somebody open a gift that we gave them. Man, talk about a good feeling. It really is. I know I'm starting to get hoarse now. Starting to get hoarse. I don't care. I don't care. Leather work, it's, you know what? Look at the family. The joy we get from making the project, the joy we get from giving the project, from wearing the projects, from using the projects. Looking forward to the box coming in from Weaver with the stuff that we're going to make a project with. It's, I mean, literally, how many times in life do we have a win, 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 win situation? Yeah, leatherwork is it. So, y'all, a very Merry Christmas. We'll talk next week. Be here right at 3 next week. Is I know I run the risk of because I wander off, and I set my phone timer smaller increments as we get closer and closer. I could just wander off. I hope not, but it's a possibility. Anyway, I'm going to look forward to next Wednesday. Y'all, thank you for joining us and looking forward to these. And the first set of comments that come in, it always relieves my stress. Y'all, it's an absolute pleasure spending time with you each and every week. And you know what? For those not celebrating Christmas, sorry, we've kind of been on that point, but for y'all, I still, nonetheless, hope you have a very happy second half to your week, a great weekend, and again, New Year's. We're all going to hope for the best because 2020 is dead to me. Y'all, thank you so much. It's a pleasure. Good luck with your projects. We'll see you next week. Blessings to everyone. Bye, y'all.